Y'all know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game and it's free. Click the link down there, you got it.
DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today's topic is stop being needy. Stop being needy. Shout out to DMX. He had the song Stop Being Greedy. This one's called Stop Being Needy. And I talked about this in detail on the Work on Your Game podcast. This exact topic comes from a topic that I talked about in detail on the podcast and is referencing when I also talked about you can't need and lead people at the exact same time. And I'm going to touch on that here in this video. But if you want to hear any of this stuff in more detail, you're going to subscribe to my podcast. But let's get into the topic here today. You got to stop being needy. You may be a person who feels right now that you need a lot of help. You might think you need a certain amount of money. You need some people to be around you. You need some exposure. You need some acknowledgement. There may be a whole lot of things you feel like you need right now. But what I want you to understand is that every human being, we all have a certain vibration. We got a certain energy. You know how you can get around a person, you can just feel their energy, whether it's good or bad or whatever it is you're feeling, or when you have a certain energy, how people seem to respond to you differently. Even though you're the same person, when your energy changes, people respond to you differently because we can feel that. We can feel the energy coming off of people, and that's why the energy of neediness is not going to help you. It's a negative energy, and it's a type of energy that pushes people away. So let me get into the points I'm going to give you on this topic of stop being needy. Point number one, you cannot need and lead at the same time. And I've said that already. You can't need people and lead people at the same time. Here's the thing about leadership. Leadership means, yes, you're inspiring people. Maybe you motivate them, or whatever word people want to use. You inspire them to do more, be more, say more, try more, think more, just expand themselves and expand their lives because of your presence itself. Yes, you are leading people, but at the same time, you don't need them. You can't need people and lead people at the same time. If I need your presence to validate me as a leader, or validate me as an important person, or validate me as someone who should be listened to, then I'm no longer leading at that point. At that point, now I'm following. Now I'm becoming a needy person, and there's no needy person who becomes a leader. You look around at all the people who you can consider a leader, and maybe people you know personally who you consider them to be leaders. They don't need the people around them. They have people around them. They enjoy the people around them. They may even very much appreciate the people around them, but you cannot need them, because as soon as you start needing people, now they're leading you because you need them. When you need another person, they're in the lead. When that person needs you, you're in the lead. So you become the leader by paradoxically not needing anyone. That's what makes people want to follow you, because they see that you seem to already be good. You don't need anybody to be around you. All of a sudden, everyone wants to be around you. That's the way that life works. When you stop trying to go after it so hard, getting people to follow you, all of a sudden, everybody wants to follow you. So the first point is you cannot need and lead at the exact same time. Here's the second point. Neediness is a very weak energy, people. You know what neediness does? As I mentioned earlier in this video, it pushes people away. Needing things pushes people away. How many times have you walked past a beggar, someone on the street corner, or at the underpass of a highway, and they are begging for money? They ask every car that goes by, or every person that walks by, they ask them for money. How successful do you think they are over the course of a day? How many people walk or drive right past them and not even acknowledge their presence, compared to how many people actually stop and give them some money, or even acknowledge that they're standing there? It's a very low percentage. It's a very low conversion rate when you're a super needy individual. You know any needy people? You know anybody who's just real needy? Every time you're around them, they just want to talk about themselves. They want to see what they can get from you, or they're just trying to extract things from you all the time, but they seem to never offer anything in return. How do you feel about those people? Do you like spending time around them? Do you seek those people out so you can spend more time with them? Do you consider them even? There may come a point where you won't even consider that person a friend, even if they were at one time. If they become so needy, it's like, man, I got to get this person away from me, because what is that energy? This energy is like somebody just sucking the life out of you, because every time you're around them, they're just trying to get as much as they can from you. And if you become that type of person, people are going to start avoiding you. So you want to make sure you're not that person. And if you find people have been avoiding you lately, or starting to avoid you more, it might be because you become this needy type of individual. So neediness, understand this, neediness does not make people want to help you. People seem to have this backwards. I get a lot of emails and messages from people who come and tell me all the things that they need, and all the reasons why it's such a hardship for them, and all these reasons why somebody should help them out because everything is just so terrible for them, or if no one helps them out, how things are going to be so terrible for them. A lot of people seem to have the wrong idea. They think the more needy they can make themselves appear, the more likely somebody's going to help them out. This is absolutely wrong. I'm going to say that once more because this is important, especially for young people. People seem to think that the more needy they make themselves look, that means the more likely someone's going to want to help you, like out of the kindness of their heart. Oh man, I can't let you be that needy. I can't let things be so bad for you. Let me help you out. No, we call that charity, right? No, that's not going to work. The more needy you appear, the more likely you will push people completely away from you. You repel people. People start avoiding you. People like, yo, stop acting so weak. I mean, you got 2 legs, you got 2 hands, you know how to think, you got a brain in your head, you're a grown man, grown woman, or a growing boy, growing girl. Go get it for yourself. Go handle it on your own. Nobody wants to be around that type of energy for so long. There's only so much any human being is able to pity another person. Because when you're being super needy, you're asking for pity. Hey, let me tell you why I need all these things. Please help me out because I need them. Listen, all that's doing is pushing people away, making them avoid you and stay away from you. You don't need to be that type of person. So we got our first 2 points here. You can't lead and need at the same time. Neediness repels people. Here's point number 3. What do you do though, Dre? This is the question you may be thinking right now. So you're telling me that I can't lead and need at the same time, and you're also telling me that I can't have this energy of neediness because it's going to push people away. But what if I really do need something? What if I'm in a situation where I really need to make $150 by the end of the day? What if I'm in a situation where I really need to make the basketball team of my school finally? What if I'm in a situation where I really need to get this exposure? What if I'm in a situation where I really need to get some customers from my business, or I'm going to have to shut down my business at the end of the month or at the end of the year? What if I really do need something? How am I supposed to get it? Without being needy, without needing other people, without having an energy of neediness, without thinking about the thing that I actually need. How am I supposed to get it, Dre, if you're telling me these things that I've been doing isn't working? I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. This is what you do. When you really need something, you must adopt the mindset that you already have it. Yes, that's it. When you need something, you must adopt the mindset that you already have it. Now, let me explain to you how this works and why it works. We'll call this a mindset of abundance, or a mindset of fulfillment, a mindset of having everything that you already need. Since I already told you in this video that the energy of neediness, what does it do? It pushes people away, because whatever energy you're experiencing within you right now, as you're watching this video, whatever energy you're experiencing within you right now, you will attract more of that exact type of energy. So if you're feeling an energy of anger, if you're angry right now, you're going to attract some anger from the people around you. All of a sudden, it's going to seem like everybody around you is just doing things that make you mad, or doing things where they seem mad too, because the energy that you have, it sends a wave of energy out to everyone else, just like a Bluetooth or a radio signal, and it attracts that same energy right back to you. And anyone who's not angry, they're going to get away from you because they're not on the same wavelength as you. You ever heard people use that phrase? We're on the same wavelength. This is how energy works. Whatever energy you're feeling, you create more of it, and you attract more of it. You attract people who are feeling the same way to you. So when you're feeling needy, you're feeling like you don't have anything and you really need some help, and poor me, somebody help me out, I need pity, I need charity. You know what you attract? More people who are feeling that exact same way. Now, how do we know this? You ever heard the phrase, misery loves company? That's how we know. Whenever you're in a state of neediness, or a state of anger, or a state of sadness, or a state of happiness, or a state of having everything, or a state of having nothing, whatever energy you are feeling, you will attract other people who are feeling the exact same thing. Thusly, if you need something, you know in your mind you need it, you adopt the mindset of I already have it, a mindset of fulfillment, a mindset of abundance, a mindset of I'm good, I'm taken care of, you're calm, you're peaceful. All of a sudden, the thing that you need in your mind, that you know you need in your mind, all of a sudden is going to find its way to you. Things are going to start breaking in your direction. Things are going to start working your way, even though you didn't do anything different but adopt a mindset of I already have what I need. I already have everything. Everything that I need is already in place. All of a sudden, the things that you want are going to start coming towards you. Let me give you an example of how this works. Think of the type of people who you look up to. I'm not talking about people who you know, but maybe a celebrity, a certain athlete, a movie star, a rapper, a TV personality, an actor, actress. Why are people so attracted to those individuals? What makes the public in general so attracted to this famous person, whatever they happen to be famous for? You know what it is? It's the fact that that person seems to have everything, right? Person who has a lot of money, or they got a big house, or they got a really attractive husband, a really attractive wife, or whatever it is they have going on that you may see as them being successful, the trappings of success. The reason people are attracted to them is because they appear to have everything. They appear to not need anything. That's a state of fulfillment, a state of abundance, or at least that's what we're projecting onto them, that they had this state of fulfillment. Listen, you got a contract for $10 million, you good. You don't need anything. Anything you need, you can just go buy it. That's what we project onto those people, or you may project onto a certain person. Therefore, we think they have everything, and that's why we're attracted to them. Not because they're pretty, not because they're tall, not because of how well they can shoot a basketball, but because they seem to have everything. And guess what? Looks, height, ability to shoot a basketball, ability to create customers, ability to generate income. Guess what? That's part of having everything. When we think somebody has a lot of stuff that we don't have, we look up to them because why? We're attracted to that state of abundance that they at least appear to have. So what you need to understand is when you adopt this state of abundance, even if you're lying to yourself completely, understand that the mind doesn't know the difference between rich and poor, doesn't know the difference between a penny and $1 million. All it knows is what you give it. If you give it, I have everything, I'm good, all of a sudden you're going to reverberate that energy, and guess what? That energy is going to come back to you. You're going to come back with, what's going to come back to you is a whole bunch of reasons why you do feel the way that you feel. So if you're angry, you got angry energy, a whole bunch of reasons are going to come to you that gives you more reason to be angry. If you're sad, a whole bunch of things are going to come to you that gives you more reason to be sad. If you're fulfilled, I got everything, I'm good, I'm rich, a whole bunch of things are going to come to you that gives you more reason to feel fulfilled, abundant, good, rich, whatever way you want to put it. And you can take out whatever words I use and put in whatever you want in life. And really, this video right here sums up all of life. Whatever energy you decide to adopt for yourself, you're going to get more of it. You're going to get a whole bunch of really good reasons why you feel that energy. What most people do is have an energy of whatever. Like, all right, if it's raining outside, I'm going to feel good. And if it's a nice, bright, sunny day like it is here, I'm going to feel great. I mean, if it's raining, I'm going to feel terrible, rather. And if the weather's kind of okay, then I'm going to just feel okay. And guess what? They get more reasons to feel exactly that way. If you know this is true, I ain't got to even ask. You know it's true. Think about it. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me down in the comments I'm wrong. But I think most of you are going to tell me that I'm right. So neediness, let's recap these points to stop being needy. Number one, you cannot need and lead at the exact same time. Yes, you are inspiring people, but you do not need them to validate your presence as a leader or as a person. Number two, neediness repels people. It pushes people away. Many people falsely believe that neediness will make people want to help you. No, it makes people want to avoid you. And number three, whenever you do need something, you really feel you're in a desperate situation, adopt the mindset that you already have it, that you have everything you need, that you are fulfilled, and all of a sudden you're going to find that you are fulfilled, that you do have everything you need, that you do have abundance on your hands. And it will be real, not just a thought, but it's actually going to become real, because every thought becomes a thing. Everybody, the Work on Your Game podcast is where you need to be if you want to learn this for real. All right, you ain't got to go to school. You in 10th grade right now, drop out. Listen to the Work on Your Game podcast every day. You think about you applying to colleges, don't even go unless you got a full scholarship. Listen to the Work on Your Game podcast. Even if you got a scholarship, forget the scholarship. Just listen to the Work on Your Game podcast. Get into the business world, join the workforce. Maybe you can get on your second max contract in the NBA sooner rather than later instead of wasting that year in college. Everybody, work on your game. DreAllDay.com.